Kendrick from let me know when you're ready. I'm gonna give a countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're gonna go on that.
Oh, we ready. We live on my account, so it's gonna be on my everything I got.
Oh, you said we live on your account?
Yeah, it's live on my account every time we go.
And you already live?
Yep, right now. I hit one
button. Then we already got it. So then let's roll it. What's up, Si? Yeah. Send me the text of what you want, and I'll get it done. All right. Put it in the chat too when you come on here. All right, peace. All right, well, we're gonna roll with it then. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Electoral votes more than 270.
What's up, baby? Peace and love. This is Darius A. Stanton on the Peace of the Morning Show. It's Funky Friday and we live. That's right. Hey, the world, check it out. You see that glow? You see that cosmic flow? You see that light behind our queen? Yeah, that's right. We're gonna spotlight it right now. All the way from Annapolis, Maryland. We're going right to it. The queen, that's right. She working in families. She working on the streets. She working to help people to get to that next level. She's not just talking about it. She's doing it. She is actually doing the work. She is making it happen. She is with people builders, helping people to rebuild people through relationships, desire, addictions, ministry, ACT, Anne Arundel County, connecting, broad-based organizing. Peace and love, queen. What's up, Tony Strong?
Peace and love. What's up? What's up?
No doubt, we all the way in the building this morning. I'm telling you, y'all, this is gonna be so fire. Real quick, I'm gonna have to let my brother go. We got Laughing Lenny in the building. We got Dr. Bruce Purnell all the way from DC, Prince George's County. We got Vaughn from Southeast in the building. That's right. We got our brother Janori all the way from Baltimore City. We got Lamontre Randall, Be More. What's that? Be more cream, clean, be more green, be more what? Be more get your stuff. What? Yeah, that's right. We got all that. And we got DJ 5 Star. And 5 way crank that joint up. Because in a minute, we're going to have Messiah Ramkin soon drop his brand new single right here, debuting on the Peace in the Morning Show called Rock and Cotton. Y'all will hear it first. Y'all will see it live. Right here, it's Funky Friday. Take it away, 5.
I've been broke all my life, but I kept hope all them nights. You see business in my city? Yeah, they closed all them twice. I was just riding down Salem, all them damn potholes, I can't drive. I know y'all can fix it faster, but I know y'all won't try. Don't nobody care about us, and that's why I don't vote. Voted for Obama back in 2012, I remember that's when I had hope. He was saying, yes, we can, and everybody got less food stamps. And when I turned 21, I was still broke, I'd never vote again. I don't think I ever had a president make my life better. Did it all on my own, ain't no politician ever do a nice gesture. I don't even know the man's name, I ain't never seen her one time ever. Tell me how she gonna help the city. What I'm supposed to do, write letters? What I'm supposed to do, blame Trump? He ain't never really gave it, ain't nobody raised minimum wage. None of these jobs pay enough. I think they just wanna keep us broke, cause they ain't putting none in place for us. This how all my people feel, but we gotta learn. We complained enough, let me change it up. Everything I just said, everybody I know think the same way. See, they don't wanna see us vote, and we never do, so we see the same thing. But all our votes really do count, and they'll never really let it show. So now I'm finna break it down, cause if I don't, you would probably never know. First thing first, you know back in middle school when they taught us, it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor, or the governor, and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws, they just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch, yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. People that wanted to help us, wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do, okay, y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't never even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it, though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress, because they the ones make child support laws. They the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The State House make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault, because y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years, and we just let them sit. See, they don't want to tell you this, they want you to focus on the president. Now the third branch is the judicial, that's judges. They the reason why John Crawford and Trayvon ain't had justice. So when Meek Mill got locked up just for popping willies, we blame the judge and not the city when they let her get voted in, because they ain't know who to vote against. Imagine life on the other side. Roads better, schools better, everybody get their license back, grocery store food better, custody of your kids back, homeless people get new shelters. If we gon' fix the U.S., we gotta start with them 2 letters, me and you. Somebody told us that they gotta start with them 2 letters, me and you. Somebody told us that they gotta start with them 2 letters, me and you. Somebody told us that the government wanna keep us broke, but the only reason why those people in the government is cause we ain't vote. And I ain't talking about the president, I'm talking about the ones we ain't know. See, they was gonna try to keep it low, but it's gonna hurt them when they see the polls.
Yo, that joint is hot, man.
Yeah.
That joint is fire. That is the kickoff that we need. Yo, we talking about voting, so let me tell you what we running for. People always asking me, right, you know, what you gonna run for, Darius? You know, you gonna run for this? When you gonna run for that? When you gonna run for this? When you gonna run for mayor? I don't even live in Annapolis. I love it with all my heart, you know, but I don't live there. When you gonna run for delegate? When you gonna run for Congress? Let me tell you what I'm running for. I'm running for peace and love right off the bat, right? That's what I'm running for, simply put. So if you want to vote for something, vote for peace and love. That's what we're talking about today. This is Darius A. Stanton on the Peace in the Morning Show. We are really excited about today's show on every platform that we're looking to push it on. And right now, I don't see it on any of them but the one I'm looking at. That's you, for real. I don't even see it on Five Stars page. I don't know which page it is, Five. I'm trying to find it. So you can tell me in a minute, put it in the chat, we can all go to it and share that, right? But moving right along, this is a 2-part, this is the series, part 2 of the series that we created last week called How Do We Love Ourselves? How do we love ourselves? And that's focused on what's going on in our communities. Last week we dealt with how do we love ourselves through suicide, through genocide, through homicide, through genocide, and then through what you would call COVID-19 and beyond, right? So how do we love ourselves in spite of that? And this week, so Dr. Bruce was with us last week. We had a number of other mental health professionals that were on the call, people who are working in the community and with families dealing with mental health and the importance of that. And so we bringing it right back. Yesterday on the show, we had the light, right? That was Marcus Johnson, Darlene Brown. We was focused on the light. Like, what light? What do we need? We need the light. The light is ourselves. We are the light. You see the light shining behind Tony Pratt? That's right. That's the light that we need. We need to push that light, being tied to the light. And on the show today, to talk to us about that, who have made that move, who helped each other get to the next level, who went from one space to the next. This is what we're talking about. You know, these are people that are out there on the front lines. Early on, we talked about Queen Tony Strong Pratt in Annapolis, Maryland, working with communities, working with families, helping to get them to the next level. We got Brother Jay Nori out of Baltimore City, working with the brothers in the fruit. Brother came from the corner, now he's here. Brother working on filling the gap, was out in the trap, and now he is the gap, right? On top of that, welcome, Brother Joy. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. And yourself, brother?
Oh, man, I'm so grateful to see you, man. You know, you just make my heart sing, man. You make me feel good, man, knowing that a young brother like you is working on the streets of Baltimore to help our young people get to the next level, man. You talking to not only young people, but young men that are even older than you, that have been in the places that you've been, and you can relate to them, and you bringing them from where they are to where you are now. So I appreciate that. We look forward to talking to you this morning, brother.
Yes, sir. I look forward to that. Thank you again for the opportunity, bro.
No doubt. And I want you to make sure, man, we're gonna find a way to tighten it up so we can share, you know, what's going on. Because people need to hear it. They need to see that vibration. They need to see it. We talk about it, but we don't see it. You know, we don't see the people that's literally coming off the corner, going to fill a gap, coming out of the trap, and it's doing the work. And you're doing that. And so we need to be able to show that. Then we got our brother also out of Baltimore City, Cool People's creator, the founder of Cool People's, Lamontre Randall. What's up, King?
What's going on, family? What's going on? How y'all feeling?
We feeling good. You can feel good too when you pull that car over and stop driving while you on it. We got a mile. We got walking like we talking. You pull into it over. That's my brother right there.
I'm parking right now.
There you go. We got a walking like we talking. No doubt, King, brother. So, Lamontre, how you feeling this morning, King?
I'm feeling good. Just helping my developer brothers with Kioba. Anybody don't know, Kioba is a bunch of black brothers. We came together and we just, it's like 50 of us, and we decided to develop Baltimore and work together one house at a time and really create, affordable generational wealth. So.
Right on. That's what we're talking about, how we can move ourselves, for ourselves. We can build ourselves, build our own nation, our own neighborhoods. We've been doing it. We just got away from it. You know what I mean? Also on the line, thank you for being with us, brother. All the way from Southeast DC, our good brother Vaughn. What's up, brother Vaughn? How you doing this morning, man?
All is well.
Right on, brother Vaughn. Hey, brother Vaughn, so tell us what part of Southeast, what part of DC you from? I didn't let the cat out the bag now, right? But go ahead and give us some of that good Southeast. You know, we always start the show generally off with go-go. That's just our heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay.
But just talk to us, Vaughn. Tell us, where you from and what you working with in the community.
Yeah, so I'm from 6th Street Southeast. I've been living around there pretty much all my life since I was maybe 4 years old. I'm still active in the community. Working with the youth from 6th, 3rd, and 4th Street. So pretty much the Washington Highland area, and just trying to get the young brothers in the game, the knowledge that I had coming up, and also be that person in their life that I didn't have growing up. So it's like a lot of information that I learned. I pretty much learned late in the game, So I want to give them the game that I learned so they can catch on early, just because I late. And I'm just there. I'm just there just to, hopefully change the way they think and receive information, man, and to get these guys to heal and transform for the positive, and just to see them transforming themselves and get them to see their transformation and try to see the transformation in the community.
Right on, brother. We appreciate that, man. We appreciate that work, brother Vaughn. We're going to come to you and talk about what's happening right now in D.C. and some of the truces that you're helping to pull together. So we understand, what needs to be done in our communities. We don't get it. Like, we're not going to the source. So we got to be able to go to the source, and that's what we're going to come to you and talk about. We got Dr. Bruce, the founder of Love More. What's up, Dr. Bruce?
Hey, what's good, bro? Love more.
No doubt. Love like you never been what? That's
love
right.
Like you never been hated, brother. Love like you never been hated.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, man, look, I'm going to send this out to folks, man, so they can get it. 5-star, put it out there so we can get that link and tie folks to it. It's in the chat so you can get that. We're going to keep it on moving. Also joining us today is going to be, we got him on the line all the way, 1800, no chaser. What's up, Laughing Lenny? How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm blessed. I cannot complain, because ain't nobody gonna listen to me no way.
I know that's right. Only your mama, she ain't gonna give you about good 3 to 5 minutes. After that, she gonna let you know what's up, ain't she?
Yes, sir. She gonna give it to you 1800 with no chaser, baby. God Almighty, that's how she gonna give it to you.
Right. That's right.
Mama gonna love you like no one else love you, buddy. She gonna be there for you. You gonna be a mama's boy till you leave this world.
Hey, if you would be a mama's, you was a mama's boy, but you're a mama's man now. There's a difference, right?
Yes, sir.
There
yes,
you
sir.
Go. There you
yes,
go.
Sir.
I was
Mama's
a mama's man. I ain't no mama's boy. I'm a mama's man now. I got a strong mother. Whoa, great day in the
Yes,
morning.
sir. Because listen to me, Mama the only one you can call any time of night, any time of day, and that ear gonna be right there for you. That ear gonna be right there for you.
You better bet it. You better bet it. So yeah, we just sent that out. So send that post out. I just posted it. Lenny, we appreciate you being with us, man. We got a real serious show today. 5-star. We got our brother, University of Morgan State University, School of Engineering, math through music. This brother's just the truth. The president of Greater Baltimore Black Chamber of Commerce, leadership of the Black Professional Men. I could go on and on and on. And he's also the DJ of the Peace of the Morning Show, DJ 5-star. Hey, 5, baby, go ahead and take it off, man, because when we come back, we're going to get right to it. How do we heal ourselves? That's what we're talking about today. How do we heal ourselves at home? How do we heal ourselves in the street? That's what we're talking about right here on the Peace of the Morning Show. So 5, we'll crank it up.
I'm playing Messiah record now. I don't know.
Messiah not in the building yet, so we're going to hold on to it. We're going to hold on to it. We're going to hold on to it. So you can just crank it up. You know how you crank.
Oh, yeah, I get to scratch some records. I'm going to scratch some records.
Scratch some records so you get the music with your mouthpiece. Yeah, that's right. That's 5-star, baby. That's 5-star. So we working it out. We working to get you linked in. We working to get you tied in. Make sure we make this groove. Yeah, we're gonna have to send them all to the. We're gonna have to send them all to the link. Yeah, cause right now I ain't seeing it, but it's all good. We're gonna keep it moving. Check it out. At this time, we're gonna get into it, right? We're gonna talk about what it is. How do we love ourselves? And that love starts with loving. It starts at home, right? School. Right now, we're dealing with school and that whole process. When you think about it, now people are forced to be at home in school. But really, we should be homeschooling our children from Jump Street. School starts at home. It doesn't start when you get to kindergarten or pre-K or Head Start. School starts at home. And you're educating your children whether you realize it or not. When you're on the phone and you talking, you educating your children. When you're in the house and you're doing whatever you're doing, you're educating your children. When you relate with your spouse or your significant other, you're educating your children. You're teaching them how to have manners and treat people with respect and talk to people on the telephone. You're educating your children. You're teaching your children how to treat you when you get older. Peep that, right? So, I'm gonna go straight to Brother Tenori, and I want you to talk to us, man, because a lot of people don't understand. Actually, I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna go to the Queen and ask her, to shine light on the home life, because a lot of people don't understand. They ask the question, how these young people out here killing each other, how these young people out here doing this in the street, how they doing that, but they're not really thinking about, they're not understanding what's going on in the homes. Some of these young people, they're not all, you know what I'm saying? Some young people, they get out and they want to get caught up in the, they want to go hang out in the neighborhood they're not even from. They want to go, hustle because it looks hot. They want it, whatever is tied to it, the money, the girls, the socialization, whatever it is that they think that they're doing it for, right? But then you got some that they from birth, first 1, 2, 3, 4 years old, they've been in a life of HELL in the house, between the abuse, between the sexual abuse, between the neglect, whatever it is that's plaguing them, and they can't wait. And then when you realize that the people that you love, that you cherish the most, they don't even love themselves and they hurting themselves, and they saying stuff to you like you telling them, yeah, man, I'm gonna go get a job. These brothers gonna help me get a job. And they say, job? What you mean get a job? You better not come here with a job. You better stay on that. If you don't even come, you don't live here with no job. I've seen it. I'm not talking what I heard. I've seen it. I seen it, and I saw the meltdown in that young brother's face, who was so excited to tell his mother he met some brothers that was gonna help him get his life together. And she was completely against it. They didn't want to have nothing to do with it, embarrassed him miserably. And the only reason why he didn't cry is because he was locked up and he couldn't let them other brothers see him in their crying. But had that not been the case, but at that point, what are you living for? Tony, talk to me.
So you might have said a mouthful, Darius. Thanks for having me on the show. You just hit the nail on the head. I deal with so many families that is their life, right? I deal with so many families who have lack of family structure. First of all, you have the mama strung out, the dad's missing, and you have 6 or 7 kids, and the oldest ones are left to raise the younger ones. And I can remember this story of this young man that I was working with, and he turned out to be a hustler. And I said, tell me a little bit about you. So what I do is I build power through relationship. I relate to the people and build a trusting environment so that I can get into their families and be able to help. And I asked this young man, talk to me, help me reconcile how you got here. And he said, Miss Tony, let me tell you something. He said, it's not because I wanted to be here. He said, but I can remember my brothers and my sisters one day hungry, and my mom strung out on the couch, can't move, no food in the house. And I had to figure out, this boy was 11. I had to figure out how I was gonna feed my brothers and sisters. He said, so I went outside and I walked around trying to clear my head and think of what I could do. And it was this brother on the corner, and he saw me. I would go outside and play all the time, and he saw me and he said, yo, what's wrong? What's going on? How can I help? Come talk to me. He started to share with that brother what was going on. He said, I can help you. I can, help you get your brother something to eat, but I need you to do something for me. I need you to drop this off for me, and I'll get you what you need. Thus, a drug dealer was born, right? Absence of family structure, absence of people who are supposed to protect us and keep us safe, not taking care of us and keep us safe. That mama who has that boyfriend who she brought in the house, who touching her daughter, but you're not worried about it because you out getting your nails done and getting your locks in. So we're dealing with a whole lot of generational stuff. You have grandmothers raising babies again. So my goal is to help educate, help to love, help to show them that they are more than they think they are, that they are more than that label and that statistic that was put on them. And it's not a one-shot deal. It's a totality. It's wraparound services that you have to put around some of these people. And but the beauty of it all is when they get it. When they're pouring into somebody else, when you've spent enough time. Because see, what I found out is that it's not that people aren't around to help. What I found out is people don't have the time. It takes time to nurture people who have been abused and not trusting for 10, 20, 30 years. So what we do is we go in and help and we start the process, but we abort the mission before it is complete. So I have been afforded an opportunity through my husband working and allowing me to be me and walk in my calling, to be able to have the time to work with these individuals, to offer the wraparound services and resources that they need to be able to pull themselves up. We've also, my husband and I have also created a support group called Desire, an addiction support group. And it's not just for substance abuse, it's not just for alcohol, but it's for addictions, because it's the behaviors of addiction that keep us stuck. I also work with a broad-based organization called ACT, Anne Arundel Connecting Together, where we also build power through relationship. And I'm also an advocate. I ran for office in 2017 because the changes that I needed to see in my ward weren't happening. I ran for office against an 11-year incumbent, and I lost in the primary by 17 votes. And I promised God and myself that if I won, I would affect change through legislation. But if I lost, I would affect change by holding people accountable and building up the people that is in my ward. And I have been running for Jesus ever since. And I ain't fitting to stop, because we have a work to do. And together, I believe that we can do it.
Hey, Tony, you said a mouthful. I mean, you basically laid the line in terms of what it is that we're dealing with. I mean, that's exactly it. That's why we got our young people to the position of where they are, and people don't understand. They don't understand the dynamics of what our young people are going through. And they talk all that stuff, but they're not really doing the work, and they're not willing to have that heart. We got our brother Messiah Ramke soon. Messiah, what's up? You with us, man?
Peace and love, beautiful people. My brother, peace to everyone here. Thank you.
Yo, hey, DJ 5-Star, you got that hit that Messiah already dropped. All Messiah, the King Messiah. Yo, this brother was writing prayers at 2 years old with books like this, full of prayers. Number prayers at 2 years old. That's where he come from, right? Hey, what's up, King? I know you got to drop off, man. Thank you for coming by the Peace in the Morning show. I know you're on MTV.
I made the call so I can get a few extra minutes with you, my brother. So take your time, man. Because I know you know me better than most people, man. So I just appreciate being in the space with you. And, you know, this record right here, man, we work hard on it. You know, it meant a lot to just the creative team who came together. And what better place to officially announce it publicly for the first time than the Peace in the Morning show with my brother who I love. You know what I mean? So I'm just thankful to be here. Thank you, brother.
Hey, man, it is an honor and a privilege, man, you know, to have you. And I just want to thank you for your discipline, for your focus. And one of the things that's so important that, you know, all of the young people, all the young leaders, the emerging leaders, the older leaders, whoever you are, that I want people to recognize and understand is the importance of being humble, is staying humble. Don't get caught up in the awards. Don't get caught up in social media and Facebook. Don't get caught up in who like what you're doing, who know what you're doing. Don't get caught up in that. Just go do the work. The work will take care of you. Go do the work. The work will pay you. The work will pay your bills. You got to go do the work. It ain't easy. It don't mean you can just do one thing and not do another. You know, you got to take care of your home first, but make sure you just go do the work. Don't get caught up in the awards. Don't get caught up in the magazines. You know, don't worry about. Don't look for them accolades. The universe will give you a paycheck.
Absolutely.
So, hey, tell us about this. You know, we got some fire on here, man. We got Brother Vaughn from DC in the streets. We got Brother Dr. Bruce, your homeboy. We got Lamontre Randall. We got Brother Janori from out of Baltimore City working with Cat Mandrew. We got some soldiers out here, man.
Salute. Peace.
So tell us about this. Tell us about this piece, man. That you ready to bless us with this poem.
Yes, my brother. The message with Rotten Cotton, pretty much, man, is a declaration of us stepping into our independence. You know, a lot of times as creatives and just as idealists, we think that we need some type of validation, like you said, you know, the social media or whatever cosign. But I'm just saying it's time for us to see our value, to see our worth. And once we discover that value and worth, you know, it's time to step it into our own independence, into our own. So the record is pretty much saying, we ain't picking your cotton no more, we're leaving it to rotten. And that pretty much means that we step into our own independence, our own ideas. We come together collectively as a people from the ground up and building on what we think and what we know is healthy for our evolution, creatively, educationally, economically, nutritionally, spiritually, on all fronts. So, you know, so the record is pretty much a declaration of independence for our culture, stepping into our own, saying we ain't picking your cotton no more, we're leaving it to rotten because we know who we are, we value who we are, and we stepping up.
Didn't I tell y'all this joint was gonna be hot today? Hey, Vaughn, what's up? Did you hear that title, Vaughn? We ain't gonna be picking your cotton no more. What we gonna do, son? What we gonna do? Say that again, Messiah, break that down. There we go. Hey, Kendrick, 5-star, you ready to rock with that, man?
I want to know where can I get the song?
He sent it to you. You got it. It's on your email.
No. That's somebody else that won. He just wanted the music. That's Terry Hope.
It's on all digital. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have announced that, right? So it's on all digital platforms. It's on Spotify. It's on Tidal. Right now. It's off today on Tidal, on Spotify, on all digital platforms. The music video is also on Vivo. You know, you could also subscribe to my Vivo channel. And on Instagram, Messiah Ramkissoon is my full name, Messiah Ramkissoon. So you could definitely get more information on what's going on. But the record is available on all digital platforms right now.
Yeah. So we're not picking it. Hey, hit that line for me one more time, man. I want the world to see it as we pump that thing out, man. Hit that line for me one more time, Si.
Yeah, man, it's pretty much, man, we ain't picking your cotton no more. We're leaving it to rotten. You know what I'm saying? It's that rotten cotton music, not that bottle popping music. It's that breaking free slavery was not an option music, not that Dr. Seuss's opportunist kindergarten music. It's that 90s Clue Mix, and Malcolm, Pac, and Lewis.
I forgot about it.
This new rhyme. See that ramen noodles, minimum wage living, 21 to drink, but jail don't come with an age limit. Couldn't afford college, he could have got an A in it. Instead, you on a jail bed wishing you got away with it. Talk your way out of situations, words, you got away with it. Not when they found the pounds and scale, you got away with it. And just to think you got stopped for an unpaid ticket, 2 years up top and not one paid visit, still gonna complain this is a snapshot of the streets. Cops leave brothers with their back shot in the streets, red blood on black top and white sheets. Mourn the deceased, Hennessy on concrete as we throw back shots in the streets. It's that rotten cotton music. You know, I can smell the smoke aroma. Black Wall Street burned down in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Broken homes, the Oakland Homer, the Black Panthers. That same smoke aroma gave blacks cancer. Black Wall Street gave blacks hope. Felt like our last chance to be more than a singer, an actor, or black dancer. Black Panther began re-inspiring us. Then they shot a black man on camera to kill the fire in us. Firing us from your networks and record labels. Once admiring us, still we spoke truth instead of fable. So instead of cable, we hit the streets and the net with it. Equity and sweat with it and still get a check with it. Let's get it. Begging for Nathan, got our own label popping. No more picking cotton. We're leaving it to rotten.
That's right, you heard it.
Yes.
Right here. Hey, it's time. It's time, baby. Go ahead. Hey, 5-star, let that joint go.
Love.
Appreciate that, Jim, man. Good.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
That was bad.
Yo, family, thank you for having me, man.
No doubt
It's that
about
rotten
it.
cotton music, not that bottle popping music. It's that breaking free. Slavery was not an option music, not that Dr. Seuss's opportunist kindergarten music. It's that 90s Clue Mix, Cool Mix, and Malcolm Pac and Lewis. This new rhyme be that ramen noodles, minimum wage living. 21 to drink, but jail don't come with an age limit. Couldn't afford college, you could've got an A in it. Instead, you want a jail bed, wishing you got away with it. Talk your way out of situations, words, you got away with it. Not when they found the pounds and scale, you got away with it. It's just to think you got stopped for an unpaid ticket. 2 years up top and not one paid visit. Still won't complain, this is a snapshot of the streets. Cops leave brothers with their back shot in the streets. Red blood on black top and white sheets. More than deceased. Hennessy on concrete as we throw back shots in the streets. It's that rotten cotton music out the rotten apple. It's that rotten cotton field. Rotten cotton field. It's that rotten cotton music out the rotten apple. It's that rotten cotton field. Rotten cotton field. It's that rotten cotton music out the rotten apple. It's that rotten cotton field. Rotten cotton field. It's that rotten cotton music out the rotten apple. It's that rotten cotton field. Rotten cotton field. It's that rotten cotton music. Plantation refill. It's that rotten cotton music. Plantation refill. It's that rotten cotton music. Plantation refill. More than busting windows out. Fantasia behold. It's that machete with sharp double edges. Ready to start trouble. Up with a death wish. Up with breakfast like working a double. Studying the slave masters' ways and rituals. Can't leak your goals even to those who say they liberals. Plotting to overthrow. Gotta stay low. Can't speak subliminals. We ain't get no heads up when it came to steal the minerals. As men, women, children suffer. Wouldn't kill us, made us tougher. So we up after supper. Coming after the infrastructure that kept us under, kept the culture held hostage. So like hostages held by a bounty hunter. We kept the hunger. Jail number, green jumper, or number 23 jumper. No more picking cotton, we riding bumper to bumper. It's that rotten cotton music out the rotten apple. It's that rotten cotton field. Rotten cotton field. It's that rotten cotton music out the rotten apple. It's that rotten cotton field. Rotten cotton field. It's that rotten cotton music out the rotten apple. It's that rotten cotton field. Rotten cotton field. It's that rotten cotton music out the rotten apple. It's that rotten cotton field. Rotten cotton field. It's that rotten cotton music. I can smell the smoke aroma. Black Wall Street burned down in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Broken homes to Oakland Homer. The Black Panthers, that same smoke aroma gave blacks cancer. Black Wall Street gave blacks hope. Felt like our last chance to be more than a singer, an actor, or black dancer. Black Panther began re-inspiring us. Then they shot a black man on camera to kill the fire in us. Firing us from your networks and record labels. Once admiring us, still we spoke truth instead of fables. So instead of cable, we hit the streets and the net with it. Equity and sweat with it, and still get a check with it. Let's get it. We begging for Nathan, got our own label popping. No more picking cotton, we leaving it to rotten. It's that rotten cotton music out the rotten apple. It's that rotten cotton field. Rotten cotton field. It's that rotten cotton music out the rotten apple. It's that rotten cotton field. Rotten cotton field. It's that rotten cotton music out the rotten apple. It's that rotten cotton field. Rotten cotton field. It's that rotten cotton music out the rotten apple. It's that rotten cotton field. Rotten cotton, rotten cotton, rotten cotton, rotten cotton, rotten cotton, rotten cotton.
Yo, love.
Yo, yo, yo.
DJ
Yo,
5 Star, appreciate you, King.
That's the world premiere of Rotten Cotton right here on the Peace in the Morning Show with DJ 5 Star, done only by our brother, the one and only winner of the Apollo Live for Sharika was a champ. Messiah, all Messiah. Go to all platforms, iTunes, Tidal, you name it. You can go get it right now. Rotten Cotton being performed by Messiah Ramke soon. You can go to his website at allmessiah.com. That's all A-L-L, Messiah.com. Messiah.
Yes, sir, my brother. We actually thank you so much, man. I want to say, man, thank you for creating platforms like these, man, independent platforms to be able to tell our truth. You know, as creatives, we appreciate the space and people like you stepping up and convening space our voices, man. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for having me this morning. Yes, like you said, the record is available on all platforms. The website is actually now MessiahRamKissoon.com. So it's my full name, MessiahRamKissoon.com. And, much love to DJ 5 Star, man, for showing love and putting the scratches on that and bringing that vibe.
No doubt about it. Hey, look, Messiah, I know you got to jump, but before you jump, the topic of the day is how we love ourselves. And you've been working up there. You started working here locally with Brother Troy, in the juvenile facilities, of course, through the Boys and Girls Clubs and the work that we were doing in the communities already here in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. But also, teaching young brothers how to read through poetry. And then, working in Rikers Island and with young people who are juveniles looking at lifetime bids and the Queen Tony just talked about what's happening in the homes. And we got these other brothers. So now, Messiah, tell us what you've seen by working with them brothers, the transformation and what they came out of, what they got to get to. How do we love ourselves, man? How do we push past that trap to start standing up like Brother Janoy and filling the gap?
Man, it starts with knowing who we are, man. Once you know that, by nature, you got the essence of God in you. Once you know by nature, you're born from royalty and that you put here as a king on this planet with purpose, right? All of us are born with purpose. And unfortunately, for a lot of our young people, they've never identified with what that really means outside of the narrow scope that they've been, looking at their whole lives, right? So I think for us stepping in to be there for them, it's about giving perspective. It's about giving outlets, about showing them that it's tangible. And so the same ambition that they put into the streets, the same ambition that they put into things that lead them back to prison, that lead them to an early grave, is the same ambition they could put into something productive. And ironically, you'll find that these are some of the most genius minds, man. They just been never given that opportunity. So my job, in terms of what I've committed myself to doing, is creating a space. I can't do it for them, but I can create this space for them to do it for themselves, to be able to tap in first, right? Before you go look for that job, before you go sign up for school or whatever it is, it's about tapping in and really discovering what you're here to do. What's your passion? What's your purpose? What's the language that your soul is speaking to you, right? And not allowing the school counselor to tell you what you can or can't do or anyone else, but really tapping in. And once you tap in, what's the immediate plan to begin working for to manifest those goals and those ideas? Taking preliminary simple steps, like knowing how to get out to bed in the morning, right?
Yes.
Like creating a schedule, creating a routine that activates some type of lifestyle discipline. So even if you lose the job, right? Even when you get the job and you lose the job, that discipline that you've acquired mentally won't allow you to make decisions to revert back. So it's really layered, man. It's deeper than just, saying, hey, let me sign you up for school and get you this job and get you this lifestyle change. But it's really tapping into the heart and the soul of that person and being in a space that allows such exchange. And once that vulnerability is there, once that realness is there, then we can have more effectiveness for whatever we build in. So for our young people, they all powerful, man. They all purposeful. They're all geniuses. They just need that space to be able to tap in, because unfortunately, TV, media, social media, other entities have been raising and shaping the consciousness of our young people. So now it's time for us to have some realer conversations, and those of us like yourself and myself to really be available. Part of it is just being available as well. You know what I mean? Being in the same space where they can reach you and not have to always send an email, but really being present. Because unfortunately, a lot of people who are present aren't the healthiest people. So those of us who have these ideas and these platforms, and we go on these panels, and I do these shows and perform in front of these big audiences. We also got to be 10 toes in the trenches, being easily accessible to our people, and vice versa.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for sharing that with us, man. We said 10 toes. Where the 10 toes need to be?
In the trenches, baby.
That's right.
10 toes in the trenches.
I love you, bro.
Hey, man, love you too, man. I know you got a hop, man. We appreciate you, brother. We're going to keep on pushing that joint all day long.
Man, I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all.
No doubt. All right. Hey, we're going to shift it over to our good brother Janoy. You know, brother, you heard the brother talk about what's going on. You heard the sister talk about where, you know, what's transpired. You know, you shifted from being out there, you know, on the street, on the corner. Tell us about how you went from being out there, you know, to now working out there and helping people, where you were literally like on the track and now running that, and now you running the gap. You running the field. You making sure that our young people, our seniors, are taken care of, that they know they can make it because they see you, not from what you're saying, but what you're doing. Talk to us, brother.
Yes, sir. Can you see me?
It's dark over there where you are right now.
Yeah, that's not, I don't know.
Don't worry about that. We got your energy. We got your energy. We're gonna share the light. So you go ahead and rap, and we're gonna be all right with it.
Yeah, bro. Like you said, Sister Tony really hit it on the nail with that whole story, and that's how it started. Like the lack of the family structure in the household, lack of father figure, moms. You know, you got children raising children. You know, like my older brother, you know, raised us. And like she said, you know, starving and everything, you go and seek ways, you know, to get money or maybe even help. And you find yourself in that predicament on, you know, to the block or to the trap. And some people out there, like you said, for the lifestyle, for the girls, the money, you know, some people out there because they don't have a choice.
And understanding the choice, because people don't really get that, right? You know, people, they don't really understand what that means. You know, they think that it means something else. But like, you know, the Queen said, at 11 years old, no food, ain't nobody there to do nothing for you. You got to do something for yourself, and you don't know who's doing something to you while you're there. You can't stay in there. You got to eat. You got to find it. You got other mouths to feed that you feel responsible for because you're older, so you got to do something for that.
Yeah, she hit the nose. She definitely hit the nail on that one. That was a very powerful, Sister Tony.
So tell us, you know, what made that transition for you? Show the love. You know, we talked about it yesterday. How the brothers came and they just basically like, look, man, we with you, and they, you know, they came to the corner. You know, a lot of people talk about, you know, these people in the neighborhood, these people in the community, these children, they doing this. They're not going to them. They don't have no heart. They don't have no courage. Nobody going directly. They want to walk away from it. They want to talk around it. They don't want to go to the core, to the source. They don't want to find out what the deal is, not preaching and pushing on something. And I want you to do this, but what do you need? How can I help you? What can I do for you? And not just today when everybody around, but every single day. I'm going to be there. I'm going to send you some Cash App money so you can get to this place. I'm going to do this to make sure you got somebody to meet you when you get there. I'm going to help you get a shirt or whatever you got to do, or help you pay your whatever they need. Who did that for you? How did it come about?
Like I said, the brothers in the nation, that love from the brotherhood that I got from them, and that time was very like life changing. Like you said, the brothers made sure I was good, anything I needed. In fact, when I first met them, they was like, man, you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. I mean that, like, you know what I mean? Word is bond. You know, I don't just say, you know, action, you know, make my word bond. Call me up on it. Take up my offer. You know what I mean? So the brothers really showed me that love.
So you went from being on the track, on the corner, in the street, daily, in and out, to just deciding I'm going with these brothers who showing me love. They pulled up. They was like, yo, brother, what's up? What you gonna do? Come on, work with us, roll with us. We here to help you. And from that point on, you tell us what you're doing now in the community after you left the track. You know, tell us what you're doing to fill the gap.
Yes, sir. Like I said, during this pandemic, you know what I mean, the brothers, they are feeding the homeless, feeding the community. And like I said, I haven't made it out to any of those, you know, because my mom, she ain't playing none of that. I can't be out there with the corona. She don't want our baby out there with the corona. But
so you being respectful and staying home to protect your mother and your family.
Yes, sir. I'm being respectful with that. But before that though, we would hit the streets, hit the community, and make sure we give people resources what they need. They need treatment for drugs, rehab or whatever. We had resources for that. They need food, shelter, clothing. We had resources for that. And me working on the youth, I'm still, not physically, but virtually through my phone. I call on my young brothers, check on them, see what they need, make sure they, they doing all right during this pandemic, making sure everything good. And if they need something, just call your big brother.
So, big brother, tell us. I'm gonna jump on Brother Vaughn and let him talk about the work and how he went from where he is to the work that he's doing now. But tell us about the work that you're doing, even with older brothers, man, to help them that was out there. That conversation about what transpired. What he just talked about, that rotten cotton. That's exactly that song. What you told that brother that's older than you that was out there on the street. Give us, the conversation that you had with him that brought him off the corner and put him in a space where he could help our community.
Okay. Yeah, you talking about the conversation from last night?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, older brother, we was rapping, and I had to really break down the game to him so he can understand, how I see it from my point of view, and so I can open his eyes on really what he's gotten himself into. Like, I had to break down to him that the trap, why do they call it a trap? The trap is because they got cameras on you 24/7, building up enough evidence on your case so they got enough evidence to lock you away. I had to break that down to him. I had to break down to him that the Walgreens and the CVS's, they the real drug dealers. You know what I mean? What you got on you now, brother, that ain't nothing compared to, the Walgreens and the CVS's. And another thing is, I had to break down to him, like, you risking your life for, another man. The plug who you getting your drugs from, you'll never see him out there on that corner. But he'd rather put you out there, brother. I'm like, it's a game, brother. You a pawn. You ain't the king right now. You know what I mean? So it's points like that I had to make clear to him, to open up his eye, like, this ain't worth it. This money you get now, it could be gone by tomorrow. You know what I mean? The police come, they raid your spot. You know what I mean? You ain't got no drugs, no money, no nothing. All that's gone. You go out here, you strive to get a 9 to 5, you strive to get this money, or even open up your own business. You strive to do that, man, can't nobody take that from you. You know what I mean? And then living with that lifestyle, you know what I mean? You putting your life in danger. Like I said, 1 minute you could be living large and living good, and next, you know what I mean, somebody off you. And then you sitting in that cell like, man, was it worth it? I put my life on the line for this joker I was out here moving these drugs with, and he ain't had my back like he said he did. So it's just points like that I had to make clear to that brother. Like, man.
And he was older than you.
Yeah, he was older than me.
Wisdom.
So
that's right, brother. We gotta open the door, man. It don't matter what age you are, it's what you got inside you to push it. You could be 50, 60, 70. If you got the message and the truth and it's in your heart, people gonna receive it. If you 15, 16, 17 years old, they're gonna receive it because it's in you. It's genuine. It ain't about what you got on, none of that. It's about what's in your heart, that spirit. The spirit speaks to people before you even open up your mouth.
Yes.
Brother Vaughn, man, you heard the young brother talk about what it's like in Baltimore. We often have these challenges where people putting Baltimore against DC and DC against Prince George's against Baltimore, and New York don't like Philly, and we all these, we got all these Muslims and Catholics, Christians and all these different things that stop us from working together. Tell us about what's going on and the work that you're doing in DC. You and Dr. Bruce and the other brothers that are working to make a change, and how you decided to make that shift from being out there to now really helping people and taking people to another level. And first of all, let me just say thank you for the work that you're doing in our community and the sacrifices, the commitments that you're making for you and your family to help other people.
I appreciate it. I say what made me do the change. Like even linking up with Dr. Bruce, and Dr. Bruce just really not only telling me about the process, but showing me and walking me through the process of transformation. And then getting others to see who know me, who know my background, and see where I'm at today and see my transformation, and just having that influence on others. And then like another thing, like I just kept getting caught, you know what I'm saying? So then I realized that I wasn't good at it, you know? So I definitely wanted to change. And I had kids. So once I had kids, I realized that, you know, I'm living for them. I'm not living for me anymore. So how I act, it affects my family. And, you know, me thinking about me being away from my family and my kids, like, really made me slow down, you know. And that's pretty much it about me changing. And then the work is just me knowing the information and seeing, you know, the younger generation in my community pretty much crashing out, and watching everybody else sit back or like, well, man, they beef with them. They not beef with me. Or they come around to rob them. They not coming around to rob me. And that just made me take a stand and getting these young dudes in and just really find out what they need and show them love and really build that relationship with them. Some of the guys that grew up around there, I really already had that relationship with them anyway. So it was kind of easy for me to influence them and, you know, really talk to these guys and make them change the way they think and receive information.
Got it. So, you know, part of what you're doing right now, first, and thank you for sharing, you know, your journey, and also just how important it is for people to understand what it takes, because people, you know, it's a pressure on, you know, we feel like it's a pressure. You know, we feel like it's a pressure to stay tied to something that we know we ain't got the business staying tied to, you know. But when you think about it, and, you know, your family, so now you spend all your money and you gone away, and now your family got to take care of you. You know, I had the brother Lavelle Long on the show a couple of months ago, and he talked about, you know, he was the man on the street. You know, he was running, he had all the money, you know, the cars and all of that. When he got locked up, you know, now his family got to take care of him. His family got to send him money. You know, you taking money out of the home. So while, you know, it is a trap that's so vicious, but one of the things that you're also doing, brother, you know, you and Dr. Bruce, y'all have been working, you know, to create truces. And, you know, we got a lot of shooting and killing going on in Baltimore City. We got a lot of shooting and killing going on in Annapolis, Maryland. You know, even though we may not have had as many homicides, this is what people don't realize. You might list 350 homicides in Baltimore City, or you might list 290 or 305 murders in DC. But how many shootings was that? See, we get caught up, we get misled. You know, we got the number of the homicides, but how many shootings did that transpire? 1,500 shootings. So in order, 300 murders, that's a whole lot of shootings. You got in Chicago, 30 people getting shot a day. A whole weekend, 30 people one day, 30 people another. My point is, all these shootings is causing a whole lot of trauma and a whole lot of drama that becomes every day. You living in a war zone. If you got 1,500 shootings a day, a year, that's on a low scale, because we don't talk about that number. That number's not publicized. Living in war zone. So talk us about, you know, what you're doing in terms of how you actually work with these brothers in the street, you know, that's beefing. How you been able to, you know, work with other brothers to bring about them truces, to stop the violence and put them guns down?
Yeah, so one of the initiatives that we're working on is Love More Safe Zones, and that's pretty much a sign that, you know, the community is agreeing that no violence to take place, and it's a place to heal from past trauma in our community. So when we working with these individuals, we pretty much bring them, find out what their need is, and we getting them the resources to meet them halfway, and also, you know, release some of the stress that's on their shoulders. So even if a guy is out there hustling or he's out there robbing, just to make sure him and his girlfriend phone bill need to be paid by the end of the month, we finding the resource and making sure that he is able to pay their cell phone bill at the end of the month. And that's all they need. And then we also teach them how to express themselves, because we feel like that if a person not expressing themselves, then they become depressed, you know. So it's like everybody's keeping everything bottled in, and they suppressing all of the trauma, and they don't have no one to talk to. That they don't know how to communicate. They don't have that person that they can communicate with, and the only person they're communicating with is the same person that's going through the same thing as they are. So they're gonna get the same results 100% of the time. But when you come in their life and you show them love and you show them another example, and you give them another option, then most likely they'll try it. But the options in the hood right now is death or jail, and they need to know that that's not the only two options that they have in life. So with that being said, it's like, what is the other option? And that's like, what do they want to do? So we have to work out with them with that plan and come up with short-term and long-term solutions. Because some of them don't even have a 1-year plan, 2-year plan, or a 5-year plan. So we want to know, how does that look for you in the next 2 years? You know, they're actually walking through that process. But two, like even when working with the getting a little more zones in place, you know, we had to get the community and the guys who's doing the shootings in the community to understand like what it means to have this safe zone right here. You know, what it means what is transformation, how does transformation look? And just getting them to see, you know, how their actions are affecting them, their family, and the communities. So you have they close friends, their close friends getting arrested. Some of them telling on them, you know, and it's like they've been telling since I was 16, 15 years old, and nothing gonna change, you know. So once you put that perspective and give them a different outlook of real current situations that they actually can relate to, and really have that conversation with them and be like, what is it for? Half of them don't even know what they beefing for. Half of them were just 16 years old. So once I talked it out with one neighborhood, I went to my neighborhood, suggested to them, and they said that they was with it, but it had to be genuine. And like I was telling them, like, this is the first step, you know. We're going to do a bunch of follow-up sessions. We're going to try to put a retreat together. We're going to try to get the community involved, which is the faith-based organizations, the ANCs, the property managers, the faith-based organizations. We're going to try to include both neighborhoods, and then we also going to include the media, so these young men can get the proper congratulations, and we can figure out like how to really lock this in. So if they stand in front of the media, if they stand in front of the community, if they stand in front of their friends and people that always view them in a different light or know what's going on in the situation, then that really locked the truth in. So that's what we're building on now, and we definitely want to just follow up and have different transformation sessions with these individuals, and hopefully try to get them on a retreat, 3-day, 4-day retreat, so they can bond together, build together, and still take, you know, on that retreat, still do life skills, conflict resolution sessions, therapy sessions. So it's like we still working on their transformation at the same time, and they still get to bond with each other, because the reality is they grew up together. They went to elementary school together. They went to middle school together. But it's just them realizing that, and they know, like, one of the dudes that beef with each other, that he lived across the street from one of the guy's mothers. So I'm like, if it was serious, it could have been way worse. But it's not that serious that you don't want to harm his mother. That you can still visit your mother, but you don't knock on his door, or you don't get shot while you're visiting your mother. So it's not that serious. So if that's the case, then y'all could end this right now, because the image that y'all giving off to the younger generation is worse than what you already doing to yourselves, because these are the individuals who want to grow up and follow your footsteps. When I was walking to the neighborhood with all the other guys, one of the guys, he had to probably be like 9 years old. A little boy had to be like 9 years old, was like, oh, you about to walk up fourth? Or you got the dog on you? And I'm like, man, he 9 years old. Like, he not even beefing. He don't know what the beef is, and that's crazy just to see that.
9 years old.
9 years old, man. And the dude father was sitting right there, and it's just like, he had to know that there's more in our community than just a neighborhood beef. Like, what else does he know? Like, how can we tap into that at this early age? Because I know his mind is like a sponge now. So, like, what information can we give him so he can retain that information, instead of talking about a beef that he have no idea what's going on? He not in it. He don't know who else involved with it. And it's crazy. So when those guys saw that and they heard that, I think that really had an impact on them. Their biggest concern was, will this other neighborhood be genuine? Vice versa, And I was letting them know, like, man, look, y'all just now dapped up. If y'all hate each other that much, I'm not dapping nobody up that I hate that much. If that's the case, y'all don't hate them. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, y'all love them, but y'all just can't put y'all pride to the side. But now that y'all put y'all pride to the side, y'all adapt each other up, y'all got whatever y'all need to get off y'all chest. It's just the first step. We 5 minutes into the truce, and everybody like, oh man, you think they serious? Man, what if they try to just come back later on? Like, bro, we 5 minutes in. You heard it out of their mouth. Like, man, we just gotta give it a shot. But at the same time, we had to keep building on this, So that's why I can't wait till everything is back open and we can do the proper programming, and we can bring them out to Baltimore, and we can see how the Baltimore teams is operating, or take them to another site where people are doing the same thing, as building with these individuals, just so they can see outside of Southeast, so they can see outside of DC, because like some of them never been. And then like even the Baltimore DC thing, like I hear, but I don't hear it. I don't see it. I got good friends in Baltimore. I go to Baltimore, and they know I'm from DC. I think the people that spreading them messages, either they bored or they don't have friends. You know what I'm saying? That those people be dangerous, man. They living off the internet.
Exactly.
On the internet, you can be whoever you want to be.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
Facts.
Damn, man, we ain't worried about that over here, man. People from Baltimore, they come down Bury Farms, which was one of the worst areas, and play basketball all summer long, man. So
that's right.
Anybody else just talking with their fingers.
That's right. That's right. Hey, man, well, the thing is, though, if we don't love ourselves in Baltimore, we can't even go in DC and love nobody, because we ain't loving ourselves at home.
I'm telling you.
Brother Jay, man, thank you, Brother Vaughn, again for the work, man. And I would love to support and do whatever we can, with all the organizations that I'm tied to and all the people, to really come in that's real genuine to really help them brothers to take them next steps, man. Brother Janoy wanted to jump in, man. He your new Baltimore brother. He your new Baltimore partner, right? Go ahead, Brother Janoy.
Yes, sir. I would like to add on that topic about what the violence, man. 9 times out of 10, you got the older brothers misleading the younger brothers. You got the older brothers telling the younger ones, hey man, go bust that man, you know what I mean? Go bust his head. And the younger brothers ain't got nobody in their ear and be like, nah, bro. You know what I mean? That ain't the way to go. So the youth misguiding the youth. Cause there ain't really no men out there, really no adults. I don't care, you know, how hard you claim you is, but you know what I mean? You ain't no man. You telling another younger brother to throw his life away over, you know what I mean, over something really petty. Like the brother said, they don't, half the time, they don't know what they be beefing for. Maybe because, you know what I mean, sometimes it's because a brother doing right, you want to knock him off, so you know what I mean, so you doing right. Brother may have on a nice pair of shoes, you want to knock him off for a shoe. I know a brother got killed, you know, for saying excuse me.
Wow.
For saying excuse me. Like real loud. Like he walked to the store, he says, excuse me. He like, yo, what you say to me? I'm like, dang, you know what I mean? For saying excuse me, he killed that man off of that. And that's a non-cycle. That's a cycle that seems to never end. Is I'm gonna kill your homie, you kill mine, I kill yours, you kill mine. You know, it's a back and forth thing. And then, like I said, people shooting now without even looking. You know what I mean? Without aim. And you hitting everybody else. You ain't even hitting your target. And that's where, you know, little boys, little babies getting killed, elders getting killed, because you shooting, you ain't even looking. You ain't got no target practice. And then you done shot up somebody's house, and now he feel like he gotta go, you know, retaliate for his little boy that you just killed. You know what I mean? So it's just a never-ending cycle of you kill mine, I'm gonna kill yours. And then with the guns, you gotta understand where the gun's coming from. The man here did a gun drive, and she wasn't locking nobody up. It's just if you turned in your gun, you get some money. Brother came there with a rocket launcher. How brother get his hand on a rocket launcher? Nobody I know got no gun license. So you gotta understand where the gun's coming from. Freeway Rick Ross went on the interview and said, like, man, the government was using him to bring the drugs into the black community.
Oh, you better start talking.
And so, man, I know a brother, he said he was walking on the train tracks and a box of guns was just sitting there. You gotta know where the guns coming from. Ain't nobody, we can't, you know, as a black man in America, you can't go in no gun store and get whatever you want. With or without a license. Like, for a brother to have a rocket launcher, you know, that's serious. So if he got that, imagine, you know, what these other jokers running around here with. And they shooting, cause you know what I mean, like I said, look cool, and they shooting just to shoot.
The mindset, you know, Dr. Bruce, that we're talking about. I'm a shift gears real quick. Let DJ 5 hit something. But we're gonna come right back, you know, and talk about the mindset, man, and how the psychological piece, because now we're gonna shift from how do we put that love, you know, in the home, right? How do we put that love in the home that then transfers to the street? Because you already heard what's happening in the home creates that violence, that I don't care attitude. So by the time I get out in the street, so what? I mean, I ain't got nothing to, you know, and then the other part of it is, even though it's fake, that little bit of fake love that they're getting from the big homie or the yo on the street, that little bit of fake love is going a long way because it's so absent, because it's so empty. So that little bit of fake love they're getting, that little bit of, even the money, it's just energy, it's just a resource. It ain't even nothing to them really tangibly. It's just something that they're getting from somebody that nobody else is giving them, whether it's the food, whether it's a place to be, whether it's safety, because we ain't shooting up my neighborhood, so you roll with us, you got a better chance of making it. I'm gonna get you a gun. I'm gonna make sure you got 9-year-olds. You know how many young children right in Annapolis, Maryland, in little neighborhoods, elementary school, they don't like certain people because certain people from certain neighborhoods in 3rd and 4th grade. Like the brother said, 9 years old. You going up 4th? Got the gun with you?
Yes.
So, you know, we got it. This thing is way, way deeper, man. But 5 Star gonna crank it up. When we come back with 5 Star, after 5 Star crank it, we're gonna talk to Dr. Bruce, who can give us a real, you know, psychoanalytic view of what's happening through our minds, how we get them shackles on our mind and make us go in that cycle, man. We breaking that cycle today. You already see Baltimore, DC, and that. We are we linked up, right? And the people that you see is hundreds of people behind them. And I know it because I've been there. I've walked in the street with 1,000 brothers in Baltimore City. You know what I'm saying? So I know this not just individual people that you see on here. These people have movements and they're doing the work. So find out how you can support them. Send us something in the chat. Get our Cash App. Make sure these people can do the work. Help these people do the work because they are on the front line with their families. They're taking their time and their energy. And don't you know the negative forces, even in our own community, people that look like us, don't want us to be doing the work that we're doing because it's upsetting the apple cart. But not no more because the Peace in the Morning Show taking the top off that mother. Hey, 5 Star, take it away, baby. It's time. Funky Friday on the Peace in the Morning Show. Baby, you better share this show because our community needs to hear from the young pro. That's 17-year-old pro. Ain't no 35, 45. Hey, Vaughn, I don't know how old you are. You look like a young 22. That's right, baby. We got it on here. Black and gray, too. Go ahead, 5. You got it.
Peace in the Morning Show, y'all. Share this to your page. One time for Cynthia, Baltimore County African American Cultural Festival. I see you on the check-in. Ebony, I see you on the check-in. Look at my mother. Gemini's, it's your birthday. Happy early birthday, Ma. All my DJs on the check-in. DJ Joe Storm. DJ Gully, DJ Chanel B, thank you for checking in. It's the Peace in the Morning Show, y'all. We got good music.
Yo, we back, we live, we forward right here on the Peace in the Morning Show. Yeah, we living and loving and having fun. That's right, because God sent all of us from above. That's right. We pushing that peace and we pushing that love. This is Darius A. Stanton. We have the Queen from Annapolis, Maryland, Tony Pratt. That's right, working in the community, doing what she needs to do to make sure our young sisters and older sisters have what they need to help themselves, empowering our people. Dr. Bruce, we're coming to you in a minute, but Brother Vaughn, boy, if y'all didn't catch it, y'all better rewind it, share it. He talked about what's going on at how he bringing truces in Southeast DC between warring factions, putting their guns down, where they're giving up death to each other. They don't even know, 9-year-olds that's telling young people why it is that we getting into the jams we in. You going up 4th Street, yo? Yo, you know, we got Brother Janori. talking about how the brothers pulled him up on the corner, showed him some love, and ever since then, he been keeping us straight, working with older brothers to get them out of their minds and take them off the track, understand how the game is played. Side push rotten cotton. We not pushing your cotton no more. We pushing our own deal. Come on, brothers. Hey, Dr. Bruce, I laugh at Lenny. Lenny, I know you want to get on here in a minute. We're going to get to you, Lenny. Thank you for holding on with us. I know you're in the 1800 no chaser. Hey, come on, Dr. Bruce, talk to us, man. You got a lot of things going on right now. What's happening with us mentally, man, that puts us in that place? How do we love and how do we transform from being where we are to loving ourselves at home and then in the street in our community?
Yeah. I think first, like, we really gotta understand where the foundation of this trauma comes from, right? Like, we understand what we're survivors of, like from the Middle Passage, 400 years of slavery, and really 150 years of Jim Crow, because we still in Jim Crow, like, and we still in a sharecropping kind of mentality, like, again, in this program, like, we were written in as the exploited, we were written as enslaved in this program, right? And they haven't changed the program. So the biggest fear is the overthrow, like, is the slave revolt, right? Is the biggest fear of the entire establishment, man. And America knows well because it did it to Britain, man. So it knows, like, you know, you can overthrow the whole system of oppression. So but you got to keep people with a certain mindset to not understand who they are, to actually want that liberation piece. So you know, going back, fast forward and kind of to the war on drugs era, because what we try to talk about this beefing right now, man, like when America, initially America believed that the Black Power movement came from the communists. They thought it was communists because they thought that the brothers and sisters weren't intelligent enough or had enough heart. They thought they broke our spirit to the extent that it couldn't be us, right? But when they found out it was us, like when the brother said, like, well, where the guns come from, where them drugs came from, they had to destroy that energy, the energy of liberation, and they couldn't understand why we were able to love each other the same way. So they set out to destroy that, man. Like, so our younger brothers and sisters don't know, man, that it was an attack, man. Like, this was a war that was waged on us, on our spirits, on our love, so that we would be beefing with each other. And that's what we're doing now. And that was by design, man. And if you go into the writing of it, man, if you look at when Nixon was writing the whole war on drugs piece, it's all written out, man. It's all in public information. It's showing COINTELPRO, man. It was a wage of war against destroying the energy of liberation that existed among Black people in America and the whole diaspora. So when we talk about how do we love ourselves, man, first we have to understand, like, you know, and how do we heal? We have to understand what we're healing from. And a lot of times we don't know, man. Like, it's the idea of liberation and what that meant. And if you think back to the plantation, and if you were willing to trust enough to step off the plantation and move to freedom, then that was the Underground Railroad. You had to trust people along the way, man. It wasn't even about a complexion. It was about the energy that you had to trust. People were actually along the way to get you from Kentucky all the way to Canada, man, like on foot. So you had to trust people on the way to actually get to freedom, man. Our whole struggle was about liberation. It wasn't about the pursuit of paper money. We've been rerouted to believe, man, our purpose has been rerouted, man, to the extent that we don't know what the goal is. And so we even look at the sports and piece, like we wonder, like, you know, how is it that you rerouted us from liberation to competing? And if you think that the whole goal is just to compete to win without building anything, and I talked about the last time, and we really got to understand, like, what it is, man, that we're going after, man. Like, if I'm taught from the time of musical chairs, when you teach children, like, only one person's going to shine at the end. If you teach children to play musical chairs, they go around a circle, and if you lose, you don't sit in that chair, you get out the circle. So you can't play anymore. And you keep going on and on till it's one left. There's one child left, and that child wins. Everybody else loses until you play again. Once you learn that, man, all we do is compete with each other. That's conflict. And we don't know how to get along, man. Like, because we're taught to compete. And so to love each other, man, we have to unplug from that piece for a second and say that, dag, man, really, like, we brothers and sisters in this piece, we're survivors of the worst Holocaust in human history. We're the survivors, man. So genetically, man, through evolutionary theory, we're the strongest people on this planet right now, man. So the idea that we're supposed to bring love, like that's our purpose. We're supposed to bring love to the planet and show that no matter what, man, we can love each other. And understanding, once we understand that, man, that transformation and what that feels like, we start to heal, man. We start to forgive, and you can't heal without forgiving, man. We got to forgive first. We got to forgive and release that toxic energy, that toxic pain, those toxic emotions. And sometimes people, like we've talked about earlier, especially Sister Tony, like what happens when the person that was supposed to love you abused you? And we don't understand why. Sometimes we just skip past it and think we can keep it moving. But at the same time, like, I won't know that I'm valuable enough to be loved if I don't understand what happened to me. Like, so when we know that there's no perpetrator that wasn't a victim, it happened to you because it happened to your parents and their grandparents and their grandparents, because that's the cycle. If we don't heal from the cycle, you continue that cycle that you don't heal from. And a lot of times we don't know that we continue in the cycle because we keep it moving, right? The whole thing, like we'll keep it moving, but we don't heal. We never take time to heal. So,
so how do we break that healing piece, man? Because we've heard about that, that pain, and we understand that what's causing the pain. It's generations of pain. It's systems of pain. It's institutionalized pain. It's pain by design. Yeah. And so how do we unplug from the program and plug into the light?
Yeah, and that's another side. That's the good, and that's the good news, Brother Darius. The good news is that, we are children of the Creator, and we are built on love. Like, that's who we are. Our vibrations, love. We can't get away from it, man. And when we do, like, that's why the whole self-medication piece. That's why self-medication is essential in this whole COVID-19 piece. Liquor stores are essential because this society knows that self-medication is essential for the illusion. If you break down the illusion, man, it's like, dang, man, like really, it's not even worth it. What they're offering, man, what they're offering, like now they're stimulating us with the idea that, we can get some money. So if you can create trillions of dollars right now and put it on the street out of nowhere, we should be upset at the fact that if that was there all the time, why didn't you give it to us before? Why didn't you end homelessness? Why didn't you end all these things you could have ended? If you got trillions of dollars right now you could put out to stimulate us, why didn't you give it to us before? If you can let brothers and sisters out of jail right now, they have beasts because now it's not profitable to keep them in. It's like, I can't make more money on you. We can let you go. Evidently, you weren't supposed to be locked up anyway. And we got to understand, like, the truth of this, man. Really, like, slavery never ended. They just replaced the whip with a paycheck. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, they'll take your paycheck away. You lose everything you had. That's slavery again. If you don't find your divine purpose, if nobody finds your divine purpose, your divine potential, and teach you how to develop and activate your divine gifts, then you're working for money, you're working for slavery. And once you make that deal with the devil, brother, once you make that deal with the devil, it's hard to get out of it, man. Because right now, people don't want to give up what they have for liberation. It's folks that have stuff. It's like, look, I want to say something. I can't say it because I took the paycheck. I can't say what I want to say, so I got to be quiet right now while you're suffering. So we got paid leaders right now that are virtual. They're not in our communities right now. They're home. Why you have paid leaders, man? They're not leaders, man. That's a role you playing. So, it's like, so we see right now the illusion, like we can't let it. They're trying to push us into believing we have to recreate this insanity that we had before, like we was happy before. we weren't happy before. We don't have to recreate insanity before again.
Right.
So we can show back up another way in transformation, in love, and with our divine gifts, activating those gifts. And the whole world's invited. The whole world's invited to this whole love movement piece, man. Like nobody has to be set aside, man. Everybody can show up in love. There's enough on this planet for everybody to have everything they want, but nobody gets to have more than somebody else. But you can have everything you want if you don't have to have more.
Man, that's that love we talking about, brother. You brought it all the way around. I saw Tony over there. Tony's like, so thank God somebody else is saying it, what I'm seeing every single day. So, I want to keep it moving because it's important that we take people along this journey so they understand it. So if you're watching this show, share it. I told you it was going to be, because I knew who's on here. I know these are people that are doing the work and they've been through it. So they can talk about it because they're doing the work, that transformation. Dr. Bruce, you have a training that you've developed, a curriculum on transforming life coaches so that we can really go through that process of understanding, being in the program and taking ourselves out of it and then replugging, taking that plug and putting it inside of something that's going to regenerate, that's going to allow us to love on each other. It's going to allow us to support each other. It's going to give us encouragement. That's going to hold us accountable, but still hold us accountable with love.
That's right.
Not hold us accountable. You lock us up, but you don't train us.
That's
you know what I'm saying? You hit it on the head. California could find money to put homeless away and find a place to take them off the street, but they couldn't do that until COVID-19.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You leave liquor stores open when liquor diminishes your ability to think properly, when liquor weakens your immune system, yet and still you want to fight, you want to help people stay at home and in place so they can protect themselves.
That's right, bro. You have vacant hotels protesting because they didn't want the homeless people to stay in those rooms during the virus.
Why they were getting paid?
They better getting paid, right? They said, oh no, but not the Ritz-Carlton. No, they can't stay in the Ritz-Carlton, right? Because it's the Ritz-Carlton, So it's like, wow, in a pandemic even, you have a vacant space. You won't let somebody come in to be safe because of it's not they're not good enough to be. Just being a human being doesn't make you good enough for humanity, for compassion, for love.
Hey man, I won't dwell on it, but right in Annapolis, Maryland, they didn't want the black people, the people living in public housing, to be able to live on the water because they were in public housing. like you own. Come on now. Hey, but guess what? We moving forward. Hey, we got this train rolling right now. We transforming, and we already heard how we create that love. So we got to shift that, right? So those things we got to heal, peel back. We definitely got to deal with the food that we eat, what we're drinking, because we're not paying attention to what that is doing to the mind. What that is doing to the body, and it continuously puts us in a state. Those other things that those young people being tied to, it was already in their system.
That's right.
They were already predisposed to alcohol. They were already they came in with drunk sperm and drunk eggs.
Wow.
Which is alcohol fetal syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about crack babies, alcohol is it is destroying us. Yet and still, like you said, you watch what happened. So listen, now that we know that we got Annapolis and Baltimore and DC that's coming together, that we're going 295 and 50, we're going to create a triangle right there. Bam, right? And we're going on up 95 and hit our brothers in New York City with Messiah. That's right, we're going down south, all the way down with T.I. in Atlanta. We bringing it together, man. We're going to line us up and keep us focused on loving each other, because at the end of the day and the beginning of the day, it's all about love. We pushing love, so we got to constantly create opportunities for us to love each other. And you heard what the brother said about being able to put us in a position with regard to our financial being. Spending money and saving ourselves. We're creating and talking about pushing other people. Man, right now, every dime we have, we should be looking at the people who are really helping us, really showing up. And that's the people that we should be spending our resources and our time and our energy and our extra money on them versus other people. So I appreciate you, brother. You know, we got to take this to the next level. Hey, 5 Star, I know you was just playing Queen Eye Sudabe's music. You went from the son to the mama, and I don't know what you're gonna play for us next, but we're gonna wrap it up in a minute here on the Peace of the Morning Show with Brother Janori and Laughing Lenny. He gonna give it to us. He gonna give it to us good, make us cry laughing. And it's a bit coming up tomorrow in Annapolis. All day long. Tony, you want to share that with us real quick?
You on mute, Tony?
Tomorrow in Annapolis, we're going to be doing a virtual concert from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. to benefit 4 nonprofits that are doing the boots on the ground work in our county and our city. And the proceeds are going to go to First Christian Community Church, which they have a Desire Ministry, which is drug addiction ministry, Co-op Arundel, which deals with the marginalized communities, Feed Anne Arundel, who's fed over 150,000 people during this COVID pandemic. And you have Street Angel Project, a boots on the ground addiction, substance abuse ministry that goes street to street, door to door, helping with harm reduction and whatever. I would ask you to please support. These nonprofits need your funding and your help to keep us moving. And not only that, we're going to have a good time together.
So what platform is it? I'm gonna post it in a minute, but what platform is it that people will be able to get you?
One Annapolis. So it's One Annapolis, and it'll be on Facebook. It'll be live streamed on Facebook through Zoom.
One Annapolis live through Facebook on Zoom. Okay, we're good enough. Well, I'm gonna put it up in a minute so people will be able to see it. 5 Star, give it to us when we come back. We can talk about our next steps and how what's happening in those communities that's allowed and the work that's being done so that you can see what you can do. What can you do to bring love to our streets? What can you do? 5 Star, you got it, baby. DJ 5 Star.
It's another record from Messiah. One time for my wife on the check-in. I see you. Couple announcements. Deanna said the water used to belong to the blacks of Annapolis. I'm liking the chat. Thank you, Everett from Black Professional Men.
Gotta keep on continuing. Life is a dirty game, ain't always as genuine. It's like all this adrenaline, watching the clock tick. Just so when you win, you can watch from the clock. Live on. Gotta keep on continuing. Life is a dirty game, ain't always as genuine. It's like all this adrenaline, watching the clock tick. Just so when you win, you live on. Gotta keep on continuing. Life is a dirty game, ain't always as genuine. It's like all this adrenaline, watching the clock tick. Just so when you win, you can watch from the cockpit. Still, don't let your bridges burn, cause tables turn. From not making the team to David Stern. Not to be selfish as the word self entails, but God helps those who help themselves. Know the difference from being patient and being complacent. I learned that in the jail cell, waiting in the basement. Releasing 8 hours to my amazement. Thought I was free until they hit me with the bracelet. And you thought enslavement was ancient. Your Honor, is it the way I was painted? Is it my long hair? They said things would be different if I was born here. The past is the past, I gotta live on here. Live on. Why? Cause I ain't got no choice. If I don't fight my own fight, I don't got no voice. Live on. For sure you can conquer my flesh. I live on. Forever married to the uncle on my chest. Live on. Why? Cause I ain't got no choice. If I don't fight my own fight, I don't got no voice. Live on. For sure you can conquer my flesh. I live on.
Yo, that's right. That was Messiah. Ramkisoon, all Messiah. Go check him out. You can follow him on Instagram, all social media platforms. Thank you, DJ 5 Star, for cranking that up. So right before the break, we had a announcement that is coming up tomorrow. This One Annapolis Stream Fest Virtual Benefit Festival is supporting people in the community that's really doing the work. People that are out there on the front line of fundraisers to support community organizations, providing resources for domestic violence, food insecurity, homeless prevention, mental health and substance use disorders going during COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you all, the first responders. It's being sponsored by the City of Annapolis, Feed Anne Arundel, and the Arundel Patriot. And yours truly, Mr. Peace and Love. I'm taking the Mr. off as King Peace and Love. What's up? Holla at your boy. Is going to be there with Diva the Voice. And Queen Tony, you rapping tomorrow? I heard you was rapping.
Stop playing.
That's right. So we're going to have a good time. So join us tomorrow, 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. 12 hours of damn. Good Lord. All right. So we're going to get on to it. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. So now, as we make this shift, Brother Janori, you heard the brother in D.C. say he want to make it work. We're going to bring it together. We're going to bring the brothers together. Man, what do you think we would be able to do if we got 10 brothers, young brothers, your age up to 25 from Baltimore? We got 10 brothers, 15 brothers from D.C. We bring them brothers to Annapolis. We walk through them neighborhoods and let's just rap, man. Look, we shut that down, man. We let that go. You know what I mean? Just so we can see, because we got to see it. And we just keep on moving. We get on that bus, we go right there, we go to this, we go to D.C. Where you from? I'm from Annapolis. Oh, what you doing up here? I'm with my brothers. Yeah, I'm in a D. So we can start to plant that seed. How powerful do you think that will, what do you think will help us to be able to make that connection with young people across the board? And also, while you're at it, put your Facebook and your Instagram in the chat so we can make sure that other people get to you and follow you on there so they can hear them powerful messages that you be dropping, because they don't know. They don't have no idea. Right now you're in the dark, so they don't know the spark that you got behind that fire in your voice.
It's an event like that would definitely be powerful. Traveling to different cities, connecting with different brothers, definitely creating friendships in all walks of life. And that would be the ultimate goal with that mission right there, is to create friendships in all walks of life. Like you can go, if we were to do that, I can go to DC, highlight my man Vaughn, you know what I mean? Make sure everything good, highlight the brothers out there, make sure everything good. My brother can come to Annapolis, make sure everything good. Vaughn can come up here to Baltimore, you know what I mean, and be good. So it's really about creating friendships in all walks of life. Like you said, some brothers ain't even seen the other side of town. You know what I mean? Brother living east, he ain't even been over west.
Right.
So to take him outside of the city, outside of Baltimore City alone, or outside of DC, really show the love that you have for him. To go out your way and make plans to show him there's more than life than just that neighborhood that he, that he grew up in, or that he's living in.
Word. Okay, well, we Dr. Bruce, you heard it, right? Tony, you heard it, right? So we're gonna make that happen. We're going to work on that. That's done. We got to make that happen. Yeah, we got to make that happen. We can do that immediately. Hey, Lenny, man, I know you've been on here, brother. I know you got a lot going on. I appreciate you sitting tight, man. Tell me what you see, man. 1800. All the things that you've been through and what you've dealt with in your life. To see the brothers, man, come together and talk about what they've been through in the Queen, about our families. Tell us, man, what is it that that you seeing today, and how we can make that move, man? How your heart feel, man, after watching and listening to this today? Yeah, I'm looking for our brother, Laughing Lenny. He been on the line, so I know he coming to us. He probably in muting and don't know he muted. But we're going to work that out for him, too. Get him unmuted, blah, blah. There you go. Oh, shucks.
So you got me, right?
I got you, son. You
got me?
You good. I got you. 1800.
Okay, and you know what, man? My thing is here, man. I love everybody. Everybody had great points, man. And I say this here, man, that I was in a barber shop one time, man. And like the young cat was saying, man, you got old heads, they still stuck. They still stuck in they teenage years. So if we don't love ourselves, how can I tell a kid how to love himself? So that's why I'm telling you, go ahead and bust him, shorty, because I don't love myself. So you don't have real men like they used to. You got a bunch of girly men. You got a bunch of soft men. Now listen, now check this out. One time I was in the barbershop. Now I'm in the barbershop. In the barbershop, 2 blocks over, a guy on the car wash, they beefing, they cousin. They got a baby by the same girl. By the same girl, now they cousins. So now, his mother asked me to go up there and talk to both of them because I know his mother. So I'm like this here, son. I said, look, man, you know you in your 30s. Both of y'all in y'all 30s. And you know, I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm going to give it to you 1800 with no chasing. I don't care about your feelings. I'm trying to get you right. Now, let me tell you something right now. It goes from day one, from Adam and Eve and all that stuff, Samson. I say, what a woman got is way powerful than what a man got between his legs. And I said, I'm going to break it down. Here we go, baby. What a man got between his legs would cause 2 women to fight every day. What a woman got between her legs would cause you to get killed. You do the math. Man, think what's on your shoulder, not what's between your legs, bro. Y'all are family. Y'all are cousins, bro. Sit down and say, okay, you know what? Take her out of this here. I'm going to get my son, raise my son. If your son there, I'll pick your son up and be a father. Whatever happened to take, it takes a village to raise one child. And I'm going to say this because I'm going to jump all around there. Here we go. And we're going to get back into it. And I say, you know what? Only I can say, I can't speak for everybody. I can speak for some people that I know. Only our kids that, you know, in the hood and some neighborhood, we name our kids after cars, you know, after cars, BMW, Porsche, Mercedes, you know, stuff like that. And you know what? And now it's a point now we are naming our kids. Now this is crazy. Now this is crazy. We are naming our kids biblical names. So if you're not raising your kid upright, why is you naming your child a biblical name? You naming your child Joshua. Joshua out here robbing banks, selling drugs. Come on, bro. If you're going to do it, all starts right here. It all starts right here in the home. It all starts right in the home. And I tell people like this, man, I grew up in a home of five siblings. Grew up 13 years old. I got on the block 13 years old, man. And my man from D.C., Southeast, you know what? He gonna agree with what I'm about to say. I'm about to break it down. I'm about to break it down to you. In the late 80s, you had Northwest, Northeast, Southwest, Southeast. Now, in the late 80s, it was so bananas. It was so bananas. Northeast guys always knew how to dress. They had all the women. Okay? Northwest guys was getting money. They was getting money. They had to connect, getting money. Southwest dudes was sneaky. You had to watch them. You had to watch them, good God Almighty. Now, Southeast dudes were none but stick-up boys and killers. That's it. That's it. So how did I survive? Man, I became cool with everybody. I made peace with everybody. You know, I'm like I said, man, I'm like Visa. I'm accepted in every hood. I ain't with all this, that, because if you got a problem with somebody, bro, that's your problem. But they like, well, if you part it, nah. So now with the program that I do, you know, my Big Brother program, I don't get money from the state. I don't want money from the state because I want to do it my way. My way. When I had the kids come in, I tell the parents, stand to the back, let your kids come in, let them sit down. I'm gonna give it to them like everyday life. Like, okay, I ain't gonna be hooping and hollering like scared straight. I'm gonna talk to you like what's really going on, and I'm gonna act everything out how it's what's really going on. And here we go right now. I take 2 guys. I bring a young girl up there, and I tell them just like this here, like I always say, show me the company that you keep, and I can predict your future. So here we go, bruh. Here we go. You hanging out with your man. Your man getting money. So your man getting a whole lot of money. So what happens if I can't get your man? You just going to your car, going to the barber shop to get a haircut. Let me tell you something right now. If you want to get a brother, 3 places you can get it. Barber shop, mama house, and going in his house at night. Because, bro, you got to sleep. So, and this is what I tell the young kids. I made a whole lot of money. But guess what? Do you want to make 38 cents a day? Or do you want to save and go out here and make $9,000 an hour? And you ain't got to worry about somebody snatching your mother up. You ain't got to worry about somebody shooting your house up. You ain't got to worry about somebody doing something to you. You can sleep good at night. You ain't, man, it was so bad back then, and too much haven't changed. If you want to get a dude coming home, where is he gonna be at? Where do you know he's gonna be at all the time? The halfway house. So if I got a problem with you, I'm gonna wait a couple of blocks, wait for you to come out the halfway house. So what I do is I teach these kids right now, man. Education is the key. If you don't know how to read or write, if you got a library card, do you know you can go online and you can get somebody to help you with you can get people to help you with your homework 24/7, 7 days a week. If you go online, you got a library card, put what grade you in, what you need help on, what you need a test on, and they will help you. And they will help you. It's no excuse for these parents are not helping their kids to go to the next level. Excuses like buttholes, man. Everybody got one. So, you know, you can take the time out. And you know, all this way, you know what? I don't have nobody to help me. Let me tell you something. If you put your faith and trust in God, God will send you somebody to help you. But you gotta put that faith and trust in God. And let me tell you something. Man, I done been on my deathbed twice. Done been in the prison where the judge told me I was never gonna get out, but I didn't put my faith and trust in. I put my faith and trust in God. Look, the doctors told me the first time I was hit twice, I was hit in my neck and cut from one side to the other side. Look, both a lung and a half collapsed. I'm living on a half a lung. Man, they had to staple my neck together. The doctors told my mother, it's not looking good. We don't think you're gonna pull out. So boom, the next time, you know what happened 2 years ago, I have a massive heart attack, went through 18 hours of open heart surgery. The doctors told my family if I live 1 hour, it'll be a miracle. I take 25 pills a day. I'm still here in a coma for a week, flatline for 3 minutes. So what can you tell me about life? I done did it all. I done had all the money. Now I'm living good. I done had all the women. I taught the game on how to be a player. Man, you come on now. So guess what? I'm living my life for you. I'm going to teach you right from wrong. I'm not going to sit up here. If I walk into the 7-Eleven, I say, young boy in front of 7-Eleven, and he say, excuse me, OG, you got some money? No, I'm not going to put it in your hand, but you come to 7-Eleven and get you what you want to eat. And I'm going to ask you, how old are you, man? You 18 years old. So the question I'm going to ask you right this here. This is what I'm going to ask you. You 18 years old. You want to stand in front of 7-Eleven, man, and beg people for money. Sooner or later, at the end of the day, if you don't get no money, what are you going to do if you don't have no money? You're going to ask that guy at the front counter, look, man, I'm hungry. I've been standing all day long. Nobody give me some money. Nobody gave me no money to get something to eat. If that man don't give you nothing to eat, you're going to take something out the store. Now they got you on camera. You can't come back in the 7-Eleven. So listen to me, bro. Listen to me. Man, I know dudes right now, man, real good dudes, man. They used to stand on the corner, man, and sell socks. Everybody used to laugh at them. Man, he on the corner selling socks. Man, a bag of socks was $10. Everybody ride up and down and say, oh, man, he's selling socks. Now, check this out. He would get 20 bags of socks a day. He did not leave that block till they was gone. That's $200 a day times 7. That's $1,400 a week tax-free month. So who's the fool?
Right. Hey, what you said, Lenny? What you said that was so powerful though was, man, look, you sitting out there waiting your time to do absolutely nothing, and you watch what you see. I call it the nothingness. I remember sitting on the corner. It was cold, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what am I doing out here? I'm doing nothing. That was 19.
Nothing.
That was 19. I caught that win, but everybody don't catch it, right? And everybody don't have people like we talked about on this call to support them. That's why, you know, the brothers in Baltimore, shout out to my young brother, DeJuan Patterson, over there in Baltimore that's working with the Squeegee Boys. But they want to run the Squeegee Boys off the corner. They doing what they can do to make some money. You know what I'm saying? So they can feed their family so they don't get locked up, so they don't get in trouble. They want to run them off the corner from doing that. That's okay, because we got it going on today. Here on the Piece of the Morning Show, it's Funky Friday. We got Brother Janoy from Baltimore City. We got Queen Tony Pratt Strong right here, Tony Strong Pratt. Here from Annapolis, Maryland, we got Brother Dr. Bruce Purnell. That's right, our good brother. And we got Terry Hope that is working with us, providing media, marketing, graphics, technology support. Thank you, Terry, for joining us. And Kendrick Lamar.
That's my man, Terry.
Yes, your man, Terry. Yeah, he's in the building.
That's right. Hello,
that's right, he's in the building. And we got 5 stars. So listen, next week coming up, we've got how do we heal ourselves? So the first week we dealt with how do we heal ourselves from suicide, homicide, genocide, and COVID-19. This week we had how do we heal ourselves? We heard it. We learned the lessons. It was broken down plain to you. If you didn't listen to it and hear it all, rewind it, play it again, share it, but make sure you push this. You know, we share a whole lot of stuff. And I'm not doing this for you share it for me. I want us to share so we can be free, so we can be free of that violence and that pain that our communities are living in. And you heard young brothers pour their heart out. It took a lot. They got up first thing in the morning, jumped on it, dedicated, right? So share it, put it out there. Next week, we're gonna talk about how do we love ourselves. The love we talk about next week is gonna be focused on our sisters. We're gonna focus on our sisters and focus on what it is that they need to do to get their minds and their bodies in alignment so they can help raise those families and create the environments that they need. And then our brothers, we're gonna bring it home with the brothers. This is Darius A. Stamp with the Piece of the Morning Show. I'm gonna run it around the horn, give everybody an opportunity to shine and give us a peaceful moment as we wrap it up. I'm gonna start with the Queen and let her sing it. Now, matter of fact, I'm gonna come back to her. I'm gonna let her, I'm gonna come back to her and let her wind it on up, you know. So Jay Noy, brother Jay, give us something, man, as we, the peaceful moment, as we wrap up, brother. I appreciate you, man. God bless you. May Allah continue to smile upon you and your family. Thank you for being humble. Thank you for being disciplined. Thank you for making sure that our community gets to the next level. Thank you for the sacrifice. And thank you for being a leader for our young people. I wish they could see your face. Turn your flashlight on your phone so they can at least see the brightness of the brother.
Easy.
Yeah, there it is.
I don't know why it's dark. I got lights on.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, brother. But the floor is yours, man. Just talk to the people, man. Give them a peaceful moment, 2 or 3 minutes on. You know, just speak from your heart, man, about what we got to do and how important it is for us to help ourselves and not be afraid of the brothers in the corner. For going out there, talk to them, and bring them in the house like they did you.
Yeah, let me thank you for the opportunity again, for allowing me to speak on this platform. And my motto, my saying is always, a youthless movement is a useless movement. Without, you know what I mean, without the youth getting involved in these type of movement, then you really, you know, it ain't going nowhere. Not saying the movement ain't excellent, not saying it ain't doing good on its own, not saying that it ain't where it's supposed to be at. But for that legacy to continue on, you need the youth to be a part. You need to pass down the baton to the youth, so they can step up to the plate and they can lead, you know, the generation underneath them. So my motto is always, a youthless movement is a useless movement.
There it is. There it is, brother. I love that, man. I love that. Without the youth, it's a useless movement. Hey, Dr. Bruce, did you hear that, man?
Yeah, man.
Powerful, brother. So look, Dr. Bruce, you know, hey, brother Janori, real quick, man. I know you put it in the chat, but also give us, you know, how can people reach you on Facebook and Instagram?
Instagram is bro_Janori, and Facebook is also bro Janori.
Got it. Got it. Okay, Dr. Bruce, go ahead, brother. Give him that love more, man, that love more peaceful moment, man.
Man, this was so powerful, man. And again, I appreciate you, brother, man, for having the vision to bring this kind of energy together, man, because this is the panacea, man, on the planet. So what I'm gonna share, like, so in creating like the Love More movement, man, we're creative, right? So we come up with our song, man, our Love More song. So I'm gonna give you my verse from my Love More organization song. So it says, searching through my heart to see what do I love more, destinies to be free, what do I love more, 7 doors but only one key, what do I love more, and when I love, will love me more. New code, new life, transform the way we live in. For everything we've taken, let's double what we've given. Forgive, forgave, pray to be forgiven, lively up yourself, waking up and start living. Live it up for your health, it's going to lead to your wealth, and yeah, you're breaking the traps, waking up from the nap, blessing up, send my future, saying Kofa's my back. Taking all my people with me, leaving nobody back. Transforming our lives till the book has been sealed. Heal people, healing people, then the lovers I will. Reaffirm firm and crystal portals to the life that we feel. And the book's already written and we submit and we kneel. Healing circles to the circles and the light is our view. Vibrating to the highest till the visions are new. We're lighting up the dark and yeah, the source is our core. And we're loving this life till life loves us more. Love more. Love like you never been hated.
Yo, that's Dr. Bruce Purnell. Give it up, give it up. Yeah, gonna pop off of that.
That's right, man.
Hey, brothers, thank you, man. So we gonna see the sisters next week, man. I'll check with the sister, man, and see if Sister Gregory can join us next week as we talk to the sisters, man.
Okay, we'll do.
Yeah, please. We'd love to connect that. So we're gonna go roll on around. Let Brother Lenny, you know, give you 60 seconds. Give it to him quick. 1800.
Hey, what I love to see, man. When out of 10 kids, if I could save 3, man, that's figure like that's a blessing for me, and that's like I'm doing God's work, man. And if I could do that, I did something, and that's what I love to do, man. Because you know what, I get my comedy for sitting around. And if I can make the youngest laugh, I can definitely make the adults laugh. Because the youngest, if it ain't funny, they not laughing. So that's what I like to do, man. If I could just get a few of them and sit down and talk to them, man, and they could tell me something positive, and I can see what I done good. And I want to continue on blessing and saving the youth, man. That's
Done deal, man.
That's what I love to do, Black man.
Done deal. Hey, well, we're going to make sure you're on that 295 and 50 train. That 295, 50, we got it there, the 295, 50 to 97. That's what it looked like. Let's do
it, baby. Let's do it.
That's right. That's what it looked like. We're going to make that work. We're going to make that work. Hey, Brother Terry Holt, thanks so much, man, for being with us. Comedy for the Cure. You know, you got an event coming up with our very own, you know, Michael Collier roast. So thank you for that. You know, we're going to do something to raise money and funds for the homeless in D.C., so thank you for being a part of the show, man, and the promotions that you've been doing for us, brother.
Hey, it's my pleasure, Darius. And like you said, we're just putting our hand out there and hoping those that understand the true call and the message will reach one to teach one and definitely not turn our backs on the disenfranchised and the less informed. Let's keep rebuilding around the world.
Hey, brother, the one thing, though, I'm going to tell you, we're not going to hope it. We're going to make it happen. We will. We will. Your words have power. Hey, 5 star. What's up, brother?
I'm excited. This sweatshirt I have on today.
Step on over. So let me put you up on the screen, son. Before I talk about Annapolis High School real quick while you ready to talk about Poly. I see you got your Poly joint on. You know what I'm saying? I see you got your Poly
So
City joint on.
for the last 10 years, we've been doing an all-class reunion cookout this Sunday.
It's a big joint. I heard all about it. I know all about it. I used to go to school out in Mount Washington on Spanish Sacred Heart. So I used to drive by, ride the bus by the 10, matter of fact. The 10 used to go up and down at Charles Street. Am I right?
You know it. So this Sunday, everyone said, well, what we going to do? We got to do a virtual conference. So my good friend Howard said, you know what? Y'all can use my platform. Hop in. It can host up to 100,000 people. You can do one-to-one networking. I'll have breakout rooms for all the different classes from the 70s all the way to 2020 graduates. And you can have DJ Tons, yourself as DJ 5-Star, DJ Droopy have the main stage. And we're going to have a good time doing a virtual cookout all together. So I just wanted to share that this is the biggest virtual cookout ever, because usually people using Hop-In for conferences. It's a global platform that can hold up to 100,000 people on a virtual platform. So think of it as a super Zoom, a Zoom on steroids, because we can have breakout rooms and we can all do one-to-one networking and see each other one-to-one. So I think it's a lot of value added. We'll have vendors there, so there's an expo and all this in the platform. You don't got to download any app. It's right on. As long as you have a Chrome as your browser, you can come on, and I'll send the link through the chat. It should be already in my chat. The link tree to DJ 5-Star takes you to everything, to follow everything we're doing. So I'm inviting you all to come on and join us for our virtual cookout
we gonna be there
this Sunday.
We got a call tomorrow with some men in Anne Arundel County, but I can tell you this: after the call, I'll be there. Oh, well, then we got the other event going on, so we're gonna jump around. We're gonna make sure we come through.
Well, remember it's Sunday. This is Sunday though.
Oh, Sunday.
This is Sunday. So Sunday, 2:00. It's a virtual event, and people have already. We have like 100 people already registered. They started chatting early before the event opened up. Like, I'm excited because I've never seen a virtual cookout happen, and so I want to thank the committee. And if somebody can mute their phone, mute their line, I hear some feedback. If y'all just can really understand the gratitude, because for the last 10 years we've had a physical cookout, and it brings out about 3,000 of alumni. It's no charge. We always just donate to our PayPal link, and through that we got 1,000 or 2,000 hamburgers, 3,000 hot dogs, and everybody just donates their time. So to be able to kind of similarly have us all together, where we don't have to worry about the copyright infringement of music, of just doing a live on Facebook and getting clipped from the DJ, and then being able to have a platform where the user creates their own experience. So if you go on, you can go hear me DJ, or you can go ahead and go to the expo and support the vendors, or you can go see your classmates in a particular classrooms that we have designated, or you can go to the cigar lounge, a virtual cigar lounge. Are y'all hearing me? Like, I'm excited, man.
I see you sign. Hey, but this is the deal. The beautiful thing about this, get with your brother Kendrick Tillman, DJ 5-Star, or myself, and we can do that virtual event for you. So all of those things that you're doing, that you were going to do, the festivals you were going to have this summer, the jazz musicians, the artists that are trying to perform and don't know how they're going to do it, come see 5-Star and Darius A. Stanton. We're going to bring it to you. Just like you see it live now, it's going to be even more funkier on Sunday, and we're going to bring it back. But I saved the queen so she could give it to us, the beeping and the bopping right there in Annapolis, Maryland. And we need this, man. Please, it's a plea to our sisters. Share this show so our sisters can know what we need. We need sisters to get with us to support the work that is being done, because these sisters that are in our communities, they're only doing what they've seen. They're only doing what they've learned. It's not that they want bad for their children. They just don't know how to provide them with the good that they need. But they need sisters that are willing to go out, hold their hand, hold them accountable, but look them in the eye and say, "You're a star. Take it away, Star."
So I just want to thank you for this opportunity. I just want to thank you for the collaboration and the conversation, and bringing awareness to this, but not only awareness, but solutions. I'm not in this game together. There's a lot of sisters out here doing great works. But the one thing that I always remember when I'm talking to a sister, when we're talking to a sister or brother, we need to remember where we came from. Because a lot of our testimonies are going to bring a lot of people out. And time is of the essence. We in a sprint, not a marathon. Teamwork definitely makes the dream work. Nothing about us without us. And we need to have youth with us. So those are a couple of points that I want to make. We got youth on here, involved, engaged, that has turned their lives around, that can come and be a peer to another person, to speak on the issues of what I went through and how I came out and walk through that process with them. So I'm excited about what we're going to do. I'm excited about how we're going to take over from 295 to 50 to 97. I'm excited for how we're going to work together and collaborate. But most of all, I'm excited because we don't have to stay where we are, but we can move forward. So thank you for the opportunity.
Our pleasure. Thank you so much. And, it's been beautiful. I just want to thank God, our good and righteous ancestors, Reverend Snowden, people that believed in me young. I'm here doing this because people believed in me. People gave me opportunities. People pushed me. But people also told me good things about myself. They also told me I was going to be a king, that I was going to be a leader. They poured this into me. The woman that was a gym teacher at Annapolis High and Bates Junior High School, and was in my grandmother's beauty salon every week. She called me king. She ain't call me kid. She ain't call me a little punk. She ain't call me peasy head. She called me king every week. King, you hear that? And so that's what I'm teaching my sons to be. I'm teaching my daughter to be a queen. So we got to be able to put those things on our mind that we want to help our children do. And this is a prime example. When you get an opportunity to see brothers like their young brother, Jay Nori, who said that he was out there on the street, he was out there, and if they didn't step into his life on that particular day, his whole life would have been different. But they did step in. The brothers, Brother Andrew Knox, Brother Isaiah, Brother Donald Muhammad, Brother Carlos Muhammad, Brother Bundy, brothers in Baltimore City, Brother Vaughn over in D.C., all these brothers, Dr. Bruce, there's so many people that's not even named if you don't even know their name. The Sister Rita that's down there helping people and saving lives with Narcan, keeping the people that are dying or overdosing on heroin. So many people that are out there. And I just want you to know, while we have the opportunity, while we have the breath, there's no need to be afraid. There's no need the universe has your paycheck. So you treat people good, be good to people, and teach the people that you're surrounding yourself with, teach them how to be good too. Because we are making it. We are thrivers. We are not just survivors. We are not Johnny come lately. We have already been here. We are arrivers. We are the future. We are the star. This is Darius A. Stanton with the Peaceful Moment on the Peace in the Morning show. We asked the question, how do we love ourselves? Share this show, and we'll tell you all about it. Next Friday, 9 a.m., Funky Friday. This was a 2-hour joint. Next week, it probably won't be 2 hours, but it's that much information that need to be shared. Appreciate you. Love you much. Thank you, Television, for your support, and all those other people, educational entertainment, that's supporting us here on the Peace in the Morning show. Darius A. Stanton said, peace in the morning. Go ahead, 5, take it away, baby.
My people.
Special thank you to Ray Lucas. I see you on the check-in. DJ Marty Marr.
This world is moving, it moves so fast. You see a lot of new trends, but none of them last. You see the naked, you see the clothes, you see the old attack the young, you see the young attack the old. Yeah, times are changing, the force is here. It's traveling faster than the speed of light to change the atmosphere. Drugs may be in now, but they'll soon be out. When the planet people find out what this message is about, y'all people get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Get the message now, y'all people get it.
This is the queen right here. All good music. You muted, Darius. You muted. They don't hear you. You muted, Darius. You're muted.
Yeah, that was the queen all the way from Gambia, West Africa. We appreciate you, brother, playing that. She's listening, tuning in right now, loving hearing that Royal Court Orchestra playing music that was recorded in the studio in Kingston, Jamaica, man, huh? Yeah, that's right. So listen, we're on our way, but thank you so much for being with us today. I can only impress upon you, S-H-A-R-E, share. Picture this. If you have $1 million and you help somebody else get $1 million, when your money goes down, you can go to somebody else and get it. If you have $500 and I share my 500 with my brother Dr. Bruce, with my brother Kendrick, with my brother Terry, guess what? When I need something, who can I call? But if we don't share our resources, if we don't share our energy, if we don't share our love when we need it, where are we going to get it from?
I'm sending you a Cash App today.
Huh? What you say? What you say?
I'm sending you a Cash App today.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. My wife right here, she go. I'm just joking. Hey, man, I love y'all, brothers, man. It feels so good to be around brothers. My mother said, you know when you're living right, when you got good brothers in your life. And thank God I got good brothers in my life. Dr. Bruce Purnell, Terry Holt, DJ Five Star, all the other brothers and sisters that joined us today. Sister Val over in Baltimore, hugs, don't shoot. She wasn't be able to be with us this week. She could be with us next week. Inshallah. This is Darius A. Stanton. We're going to let Five Star roll it. And then peace.
Put that information up on the screen where I can Cash App you for a donation. Put it up on the screen or tell us where do we Cash App you.
Yeah. Check it out. Who you talking about?
Well, I'm going to send help to the show.
Oh, yeah. I got you. Right on. Thank you very much. The show showing up. Appreciate that. Yeah. We will put it in there. Peace in the morning. We ain't even think about it. Yeah, we heard you in the back. They're like, yeah. Cash it up. Check, ching. Hey, man, I love you, brother. Appreciate you. We will put it in there. This is Darius A. Stanton for the Peace in the Morning show saying peace in the morning.
Miss Tillman said, I like that. Thank you, Ma.
Great show.
I'm taking a stand. I'm calling a man. I'm speaking the truth. What would just people
One time for my brother Paz on the check-in. I see you, Mr. Moore.
Radical change in this country rather than change in this country. Radical change in this country. It's coming sooner than later. Radical change in this country rather than change in this country. Radical change in this country. It's coming sooner than later. I'm
Hey, Five, boy, you did it again, man. You played music from the Queen. That's the Greater Baltimore Black Chamber of Commerce president. Check it out. If you want to hear the Queen's music, you can go to iTunes. You can go to... That's right. I see it. Okay, you got it in there. Exactly. You can go to SoundCloud. You can go to iTunes. You can go to Pandora. You can go to... the website, you can go there, queentotheworld.com. So you can definitely check it out and, hear all of the music that Queen is playing. Not all of it, because she has so much music, but go check it out. You want to support her YouTube, check out the videos, follow Queen. Her music is wonderful. It's enlightening. It's energetic. It has power. It is transforming. And the artwork is art that even the blind can see. Cosmic Manifestations. We're working on an art exhibit, a virtual art exhibit coming up in June, inshallah. So look, we thank you so much for joining us. Hey, Brother Five, man, you did a beautiful job as always. That's right. We'll see you Sunday for Polly's party.
Sunday.
And, that's right, Sunday. So check him out. Follow DJ Five Star on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. He's the brother that's got something for you. My brother from another mother. 5 star. Hey, this is Darius A. Stanton saying peace in the morning.